I love a good argument, which probably isn't surprising to many people who know me. And it's handy because for 25 years I've been a lawyer. It's been my job to craft arguments, to get into it with lawyers on the other side, to advocate for my client's cause. But in any of those cases, my favorite ones, the things I loved most, were getting into the nitty gritty of contract interpretation and canons of construction and statutory history and all of those esoteric, nitty gritty details and building this theoretical masterpiece of an argument. And sometimes I won and sometimes I didn't, but what I loved was that exchange. And what happened sometimes, still happens, is I would forget one of the most important lessons I learned in law school from one of my favorite professors who said, always remember the why. Why should the other side agree with you? Why should the judge agree with you? Why does this matter? And that's a question I think churches need to ask. They have been asking it in a way, but through history, I'm learning in seminary, they've also gotten very wrapped up in the beautiful philosophical, esoteric, and theological justifications and explanations of their faith, and gotten wrapped up in the fights over who's right about that. Now, we Unitarians and Universalists, we come out of that tradition, but we've gotten better about it in the last 100 years. We've said we don't have a creed, we have covenant, and that's true. But maybe let's not get too full of ourselves. We like our words, and we like to be clever, and there's a lot for us to think about when we consider who we are and who we want to be and why we want to be. We'll spend this year talking about what do we want our church's name to be and why. UUA next summer at General Assembly will decide, do we change our statement of principles to one rooted in a theology of love? And there are debates on both sides of that. Some of it, much of it, tied to the wording. I urge all of us to keep going back to why. Why church? Why us? Why does it matter? The details we can work out as long as we remember there's a reason we've decided to be here together.